Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. Today I want to talk about the Pretty Pillowbox dies. It's a set of 11 dies that will allow you to make some very pretty pillow boxes. So the main die here has two levels to it. So the outside one here will cut, and this one here is not so raised and will just emboss. You will get this lovely little stitching detail around about there as well, and you can combine them with some of the other dies there to create either holes at the top there or this lovely little pattern or this little one there as well. You get these flowers, you get some labels, and you get a little tag as well, all in that. Now I have seen quite a few videos of people making these pretty pill boxes, and you can make them from paper. You can use those flower dies to layer up and put them on this die here, and you can tuck the flap underneath that like that. This one's been at a couple of craft classes and back and forward in my craft bag and it's got rather bashed, but you get the idea. On this one I used a little tag die and just used some ribbon as a belly band on that one. And on this one I have used that beautiful die there to get that cut through on the top there. I've taken just a little bit of DSP, and I've also used that tag there that I stamped with a Christmas sentiment, and again, so I've got a belly band on that one. Now, when I've been watching videos or looking at posts to see what other people have been doing with these, quite a lot of people are asking, what do you put inside? So this one, just using the 6x6 craft paper that's in the mini catalogue, and I've used the die that cuts those holes in the top there. I'm going to show you what I've put inside, but on that I've just simply stamped thank you and put the label on the back there. So let's just open this and see what's inside. I think these would make lovely wedding favours, and in there I have got a lovely little bar of soap on that one. Now when I'd cut that and assembled it, I simply put that over, took a pencil, drew where I wanted to punch two other holes there. So I've got my twine just through like so. Tie it there and it keeps it nice and closed. Cute. So that's one idea. I then thought, I wonder if you can emboss these. So I've used the Merry Melody embossing folder on a piece of, is that Bermuda Bay? I think it is Bermuda Bay cardstock. And again, I've just used a simple piece of ribbon to keep that closed. So what's inside this one? Let's have a little look. I purposefully kept my ribbons quite loose so that it was easier for me to take them off on camera. So I have just got 4 of these cute little lint chocolates that fit in there. So I think I put 2 in that direction and 2 in that direction. Yep, I did. And they fit beautifully. That would make lovely little table favours at a Christmas event, or particularly a musical Christmas event. I've already shown you the closing of that, but what's inside? Well, I've got a couple of mints that tie in with the paper, and I've got a chapstick that fits in there as well. So it's candy cane flavoured one, which I thought was very appropriate for using the gingerbread and peppermint designer series paper. Okay, so we've got that. What else have I got inside? This one is one of those cute little chocolate bears. Tiny little bear, fits in there beautifully. That would be a lovely one for kids at Christmas. And last but not least, what's inside this one? I have some little chocolate foil covered balls. So again, Lint's my favourite chocolate. Well, focus. So you get these in various flavours as well. So I went to my nearest Lint chocolate outlet, bought a whole load of different chocolates to see what would work in these boxes. So I hope you've liked my ideas. This one that I embossed, I'm just going to show you how I did that. So first of all, if you take a piece of the 6x6 paper, whether it be craft paper, designer series paper, whatever, you can see how those dies fit in there nice and easily. There's plenty of room on that. If you were just cutting the Pillowbox die and didn't need the tags, etc., I would trim that down so that you're not wasting that bit, and you can use that for something else, I'm quite sure. So for my next one, again using Merry Melody, I've cut my piece of card to 6 inches by, let me think, what did I do it to? I think I did 4 3/4. Yeah, something like that. 4 3/4 is plenty wide, so you don't have to be too precise. So I've done the embossing first, and the reason for that is when you put this die on, as I said earlier, these lines here will simply emboss and they won't cut. You need to be able to see those. So if you did the cutting first and then did the embossing from your folder would hide these embossed lines there. So that's why I've done it this way round. Now, if you're giving this to somebody who knows anything about musical notes, which would not be me, if somebody says quaver to me, I think cheese flavoured snack, not a musical note. But I'm assuming that when you take it out of the folder with the logo at the bottom there, that is the right way up. So you would want your flap, the front, to be at the bottom there, so that when you fold it, it then becomes the top and the musical notes are the right way round. At least that's my theory. I'm sure someone tell me if I'm wrong. But to be honest, I don't care. So bear with me a moment, I'm just going to run that through my cut and emboss machine. Right, so that has now cut, and you can still see, you can see those embossing lines there, but you'll notice that the embossing from the Merry Melody folder has reduced. You can barely see it on those bits there because that has been embossed again. Okay, so that is why you need to do it in that order. Unless you like making your life very difficult, of course. Some people do. So, it is simply a case. Now, this folder, this embossing folder has lines on it, so it might not necessarily want to go with the line that it should do. just make sure you've got it lined up between that point to that point there, and the same here. Make sure you've got the right line. If you were using another embossing folder, say something that's got flowers or whatever, it probably wouldn't be such an issue. It's just because this has obviously got lines on the musical notes as well. So the next bit is, and I find it easiest just to use my thumb to gently push that, and the card will go with the score lines, like so. So again, just using my thumb, kind of pinching it at the ends, if you like. Try to make sure I keep this on camera. I'm so tempted to kind of do it closer to my chest, if you know what I mean. Okay, so, and then same, just keep doing that. Again, the embossing does make it a little bit more difficult than it would if it weren't embossed, because it's kind of been told, the paper's been told one thing and then it's been told something else, so it's, you know, a bit like me, easily confused. So just take your time and make sure you've got that reasonably well creased. I'll show you a little trick for neatening those edges once you've got it assembled. Now, I find this bit difficult to make sure that you've got that over there like that. Don't know, it's just my fingers, I think. So lining up that edge with that edge there, and just popping some glue in there to keep that. I tend to find that this bit crumples on me, and again, it's probably because it's embossed that it's slightly worse. But just try and make sure that that fits as neatly along there as you can. And liquid glue, definitely my glue of preference, because it gives you that little bit of manoeuvrability in there. Okay, same again. Second side's easier than the first one. The first one just kind of fights you a little bit. Second one, it's really not got so many options of places to go. Okay, happy with that. Then that will fold over like that. I couldn't resist the temptation to do it against my body there. There we go. Okay, so my little trick for getting those a bit neater is just simply using your bone folder on that curve like that, and it just crispens those edges a little. Right, and again, we've got it like that. So I can now pop in whatever treat. The other thing that I found that fits is these little packets of love hearts. You can get 2 of them in there. Pop that in like that, and then pick your ribbon. Let's just use this one. Where are my ribbons? Yes, there we are. Chop that. And I find this ribbon looks nicer in just a knot rather than a bow. I think it's just a little bit too big. So play about, get it where you want. Oops. And again, love hearts in there would be a nice wedding favour. chop off the excess on that. And there you go, got another one done and dusted. So lots of different options for you and lots of ideas of what to put inside them as well. Chocolates, little bars of soap, lip balms and mints, and all sorts. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. There will be a link to my blog post in the description bar below, and you can nip over there and see all the photos and get links to all of the products that I have used. The Stampin' Up ones, not the soaps and things like that. If you're new to my channel, then please do click on that subscribe button. I would love to have you join my list of subscribers. Until the next time, take care. Bye bye.